Hi, Julia. So for this last intervention, we've been talking about music and technology, especially practicum. We had Allison Cross come in and talk about using music at Our Lady of Peace, actually. And so I was thinking about how I can include that all semester because it's something I don't feel super comfortable with. But this is the intervention I came up with. So for this intervention, I would take my iPad and I would put it on the music stand that I sometimes bring in the middle of the room. And I would first set some ground rules and say, no one can pick up the iPad and no one can pick up the music stand or move the music stand. You can go up to the music stand and press the buttons to create your own beat. All of these different buttons, they can press as many or as few as they want to create their beat, and it counts in so they can't do it wrong. So I would first start by saying, so each person after they create their beat is going to rap, or you can just say it if you want, you don't have to rap, and say things that you like. It can be anything, like you can say, I like my brother, or I like the color blue, or I like pizza, things like that. And if another group member hears something that they like, they can come up and then they'll hit the stop button, which is right here. Oops. And the stop button will then clear it out for the next person to do. So I would begin by giving them an example. So I would make sure I would swivel the stand so everyone would have the chance to see, and then I would begin by just pressing different buttons. So I would call that my beat, probably. I would start by giving this demonstration. My name's Rachel, and I like blue. I like dogs. Do you like them too? I like Chick-fil-A. I like Sprite. I like getting good sleep at night. I just came up with that. I'm pretty proud of that, I've got to say. So if someone heard something that they liked, they would ideally come up and say, yeah, the thing I liked too was like the color blue, for instance. And so if no one did that, I would then prompt, the stop button is right here in the corner. If they did not do that, then I would then prompt and say, okay, did somebody hear something that they liked? It doesn't have to rhyme, but, if someone did hear what they liked, I would maybe repeat what I said, and then I would invite, the group member to come up, and then they would then create their own beat based off of this, and then, say a couple things with the group. I did put a contingency in there that everyone can only go one time to prevent one person from monopolizing the iPad. In addition to that, if somebody does try and go multiple times, prompting group members until each group member has had a turn. Finally, another thing I could do if the group wasn't too big as an extension was I could have each person pick a different button on the groove pad, and then from there people could go around and say things that they liked, and then we could record it and bring it back for the next week. And it could be something, that they hear again. They're like, oh yeah, I did that. And they could hear their sound and be like, oh yeah, I made that sound. Yeah, and so, but if not, I would just close the intervention by thanking everyone for sharing and say, so were some of you all surprised by some of the things that other people liked that you liked too? Things like that to create kind of the feeling of universality. Thank you.